I'm here with my friend Ria today, who's a holistic nutritionist, and she is going to help us get the most out of our smoothies. Smoothies by the pool we're doing today. So we have 3 different smoothies that she's gonna make. I'm just gonna help in any way that I can, but I'm just gonna turn it over to Ria and she can guide us through this first smoothie.
All right, so first of all, we're gonna do what's called a super green smoothie. Now most people know smoothies are like fruit and vegetables with milk or water and protein powder, but I like to bump things up to help boost the nutrition of the smoothie. So we're gonna start off with a super green smoothie, which starts off with I have a dairy-free milk. This is just Silk coconut beverage, 1.5 cups. That goes in there. We have kale, baby kale, because they didn't have regular kale. Protein powder.
What kind of protein are you using, Ria?
This is the Sun Warrior vegan protein powder.
Vegan protein?
Yeah, and I always advise people to, because some protein powders sit well with some people better than others.
Yeah,
like some
you do have to experiment a little bit,
yeah,
don't you?
yeah, because some people will find some of the vegan protein powders can really aggravate, especially if they have like an IBS issue.
Mm-hmm.
Banana for the potassium. That always helps.
I've even made my smoothies without protein in them a lot of times too, right?
You can do that too,
yeah,
yep.
just as so it's not a meal replacement, but just something to refresh you during the day.
Fresh. And then I love, sun butter. This is really good if you have a nut allergy in the family or you yourself have a nut allergy. Sun butter is just basically sunflower seeds.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it tastes a lot like peanut butter.
It looks a lot like peanut butter.
It tastes like peanut butter. I have a peanut allergy myself.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Oh.
And the first time I tasted sun butter, psychologically I was waiting for the allergic reaction.
So you're kind of like doing the, okay, am I breathing thing?
Are my lips, are they swelling up yet? So, and that just gives an added protein boost. The protein will help with you feeling fuller longer.
Okay.
So
yeah,
you get that
makes sense. Yeah,
satisfaction. And then there's hemp hearts. Hemp hearts, you can buy them. Most grocery stores carry them now. Goodness Me here in Kitchener-Waterloo, Fiddleheads, they all carry them. And they have that perfect ratio of omega-3, omega-6 fatty acids, which we are very imbalanced. We have too much omega-6, which promotes inflammation.
Okay, so this is good for anti-inflammatory. That's
correct.
A key word we're looking for. Yes.
And that's something that's been talked about lately with everything that's been going on. So now these are the 2 superfoods, like you can call them. I don't like to call them that. The first is camu powder, and it is from a berry bush in the Amazon rainforest, and it's very high in vitamin C.
Oh, good.
So it boosts the immune system. It helps with mood stabilization. It's good for skin health, joint health, because vitamin C is what we need for our collagen production in our joints, and also for your moods, and of course immune system, anti-inflammatory, and all that fun stuff. And then this is ashwagandha, which is also called Indian ginseng.
Oh, cool.
So it's grown in India. It's been used for over 2,500 years in India as a health remedy in Ayurvedic medicine, and it's a thyroid regulator. It's immune system, a mood booster. It's called an adaptogen. Now, adaptogens are a group of herbs that helps us manage our stress responses. And with everything that's been going on the last 1.5 years, everybody's stress has been up there. And this helps modulate the cortisol and keep you calm, and helps energize you, revitalize you, helps you with mood and memory, and your thyroid. It just has so many properties, and you can see why they've used it, and that's something I like to add as well. So
we're going to include the recipes for this, so you don't have to remember the names. That'll be at the end of the video for you, so don't worry about trying to write all this down as we go.
And I have a high-powered blender here, so
it's going to make some noise.
It's going to make some noise, but also it basically liquefies everything. If you don't have a high-powered blender, I recommend you start with liquid first, which I just did, and then add all the other ingredients. If you have a frozen banana like I do, you might want your banana a little softer before blending, otherwise the blender can't grab it.
Okay.
This one's high powdered, so it will grab it. So
Okay,
it's gonna
here
get
we go.
noisy. Make sure it's
Beautiful.
mixed properly. I love the Sun Warrior protein powders. They're very good. So there's one. There you go. Oops,
Thank
I
you.
spilt. And there's another.
And it has that really nice, healthy green color to it.
Yes,
So it makes
it
you
does.
feel good right away, thinking, this is going inside me. There's life in this glass. Cheers. Oh, that's yummy.
Isn't that good?
Yes, very good.
So, yeah, I love the ashwagandha.
And you have to know that I'm not just saying this because I am one of those people that if food doesn't taste good, I don't care how good it is for me, I don't want to eat it. I want something that tastes good.
Yeah.
So this is really, I can do this. This
Yes,
is
you
good.
can do it.
Yeah. And,
And
it's
then-
not like sweet,
No.
you know, but it has enough sweetness to make it really good.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't try to add sweeteners too often to my
No,
smoothies,
it's delicious.
but the problem with a lot of these smoothie bars and that you find, they add a lot of sugar, and that just ups the inflammation.
Right. So
And-
sugar equals inflammation, and
Yeah.
we don't want to have added inflammation. We got enough of that going on, especially as women, especially
Yes.
as women our age. So we'll just kind of like try to bring that down. Yeah.
Yes, and this also helps support the adrenals because women our age.
Yes. All women, but as you get older and as your stress levels increase in
Sure.
life, you know, all of those things
Yeah.
tend to increase with that. So.
And this supports the adaptogens, help support your adrenals. And what a lot of people don't realize is when you become menopausal, your adrenals start to make the hormones that your ovaries and fallopian were not making anymore.
Okay.
So the estrogen, the progesterone, your adrenals kick in. But if your adrenals are tired from chronic stress, they can't do it. So then the thyroid, so
It's a big chain reaction.
yeah, and then
so.
the thyroid becomes off kilter.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn there, but let's just start with making an awesome smoothie and feeling all the benefits from that.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to be right back with smoothie number 2.
Yes. All right.
Remember that you can use any other non-dairy milk to substitute for the coconut milk, including almond milk or cashew milk, whatever you like. And you can also use whatever kind of protein powder that you like. We've used vegan, but feel free to use whatever you use now.
All right,
Right.
here we are with smoothie number 2. Tell us all about this one.
So this is the berries and greens smoothie, and we're going to start off with yogurt. This is water buffalo yogurt.
I have never
Never
heard
heard
of water buffalo
So,
yogurt.
water-
I'm excited though.
So water buffalo milk has been consumed for centuries
Mm-hmm.
in places like India, Pakistan, China, and it's taking off here.
Okay.
Goodness Me carries it, and this is from a local farm in Aylmer, Ontario.
Oh, nice.
And they do the yogurt, they do butter, they do milk, they do kefir, they do water buffalo cheese. That's actually really good.
Oh.
So now the difference between water buffalo milk and regular cow's milk is water buffalo milk is creamier, it's thicker. It's higher in proteins and vitamins and minerals, and it's less allergenic than cow's milk.
Okay, yeah, because a lot of people have problems digesting dairy, right? So
Yeah.
this maybe would just be a little easier on your tummy.
And the nice thing about this is also it's yogurt, so it's fermented. We want fermented because we want the probiotics
Okay.
for the healthy microbiome.
Which helps with our digestion,
digestive,
then, right?
digestive,
Yeah.
and also your mental health,
Oh,
because it's the brain gut axis, they call it.
okay.
We have a major nerve, so what happens here
That's your
affects
vagus
here.
nerve, right?
Yeah, the vagus
Yeah,
nerve.
the vagus nerve. See, there's a
See?
little yoga coming in there.
Yeah,
It's the
sort of
brain-gut connection.
And
Yes.
so the
Okay.
microbiome, it affects your mental
Yes.
health. So that's what this is. And then the higher protein and that extra creaminess helps promote the feeling of fullness longer.
Okay.
So you feel fuller longer.
Awesome.
So we're gonna put some yogurt in there, and you can tell it's very thick and creamy.
Yeah. It looks almost like a Greek yogurt.
It is. The first
But
time
more
I
it's more
tried it
jelly-like kind of.
on my own, it was just like, oh, this is different. It's like, it's very creamy.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's like cream, like when you get milk from straight from the cow and you got the cream on top. That's the best way to describe the texture. It's actually really good.
Nice.
So that's that. And then we're gonna put mixed berries. I just like mixed berries. We all need a little sweetness.
Some of us more than others.
Some of us
I'm
more
a big fan of berries too. I think that there's a lot to just the flavor. It just adds so much, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think this one's gonna be my favorite already.
I love my berries. Berries. So put that off to the side. Spinach. If you're new to greens in your smoothie, spinach is one of the best ones to try.
Yeah.
Because it's very mild tasting.
Yeah. It's entry level.
Entry level. And this is a full cup, but you don't have to put a full cup in. You can slowly ease your way into it, just to help.
When I started doing greens in my smoothie, it was spinach that led the way for me. And like I said, if it doesn't taste good, I don't do it. And spinach was actually really, really nice.
It's the entry level green.
Yeah,
because and over time you can start doing the kales and some people put cauliflower in their smoothies because it can be very neutral. I haven't done that yet, but there's other people that swear by it. So next up is the collagen. Collagen is really good, especially as we age. And that's another thing as you get into a certain age as a woman, you'll notice with your hormonal changes that you're going to start feeling your joints a little more. And that's part of the whole hormonal fluctuation that's happening. And collagen is very good for your connective tissue health. It's good to heal your stomach. So if you have an upset stomach, it's really good for that as well. Collagen. That's what bone broth, that people say drinking bone broth. That's the collagen from the bones as you simmer it over 24 hours comes into that bone broth.
I've heard, does it help improve the quality of your hair and your nails and all of that stuff too, right? Your skin, hair, all of that stuff.
Skin, your joints.
A natural way to,
and it'll heal that digestion.
Internally, right? Instead of trying to put the stuff on the outside, you start from the inside and let it work for you that way, right? Yeah, awesome.
So that's what this is. And then, of course, almond butter. I just love the taste of almond butter.
That's my go-to snack on rice cakes right there.
If I feel a little peckish, I'll just grab a spoon and just eat it out of the jar.
I used to do that with peanut butter years ago, and then I'd put chocolate chips on top of it.
Oh, that's the best part. Well, they make
it's my guilty little pleasure right there.
Everybody loves.
Yeah.
And just almond butter. I'll just eat it with a spoon. Then
we have this one here. I've never heard of either.
This is called maca. Maca. So it's another one of those adaptogenic herbs. This one has a very earthy taste, but you only use a teaspoon a day. This is my favorite one. This is my go-to. I've had issues with my adrenal function, so this has been my go-to to help keep my energy levels up. It is actually a root that grows in the Andes Mountains of Peru, belongs in the mustard family. And there was a study out of the Czech Republic that showed maca can lower triglycerides in the level and reduce your blood sugar levels. In your liver, I should say, the liver. And it reduces, it boosts energy.
So anybody who's pre-diabetic or diabetic, it would be good for them to use as supplements.
Yeah, it's very good for that. And it balances those blood sugar levels, which is something very common.
Right.
Now with the water buffalo yogurt, I also do metabolic balance, and this is something they use a lot as well because it helps with the protein, which helps with the blood sugar balance. You add the maca, you get that little extra to get your metabolic issues under control, your blood sugar, insulin resistance, your PCOS, that's another one that's metabolic.
Okay, cool.
And all that's related. And so maca's like that. And now in perimenopausal and menopausal women, it can help balance the estrogen and reduce hot flashes.
Oh, sign me up.
So hot flashes and insulin blood sugar levels actually go together. The more severe your hot flashes are, the chances are your insulin is elevated. You have insulin resistance.
I haven't had too many issues with that, but I've heard many of the women that I work with have a big problem with that. So that's a really good tip.
A good one.
Yeah.
So, but because it does with the estrogen, it's not recommended because they're not sure yet for pregnant and nursing mothers, and also with individuals who are using hormone therapy for breast and prostate cancer.
Okay.
So
we'll add that little disclaimer thing there on the on the recipe. So just to make sure that you're only using it safely.
Yeah. Now I might add just a little bit of water because that yogurt is pretty thick. I brought my tamper just in case. And then.
All right, here we go. Oh, look at the color of this one.
Yeah, the berries. Well, the
Yeah.
berries are full of antioxidants, right? Which helps with inflammation. And my blender's doing a dance across the room. There we go. I love berries.
Okay.
So yeah, and the berries are very colorful, which is full of those phytonutrients and antioxidants, which we all need.
It's okay. It's an extra surprise at the bottom of the glass.
know.
Beautiful.
There we go. There.
Okay. Cheers.
It kind of looks like
Oh, it's so pretty.
And the yogurt gives that tanginess.
Oh my goodness. That's got a really, like, it's good. It's
Mhm.
really good.
Yeah, and it's especially on a sunny day
I know
like
what you
this.
mean about the creaminess to it, but it's not like, it's different than a regular yogurt. It's not as bitter, like not as, it doesn't have that sourness to
Yeah.
it, but it's got some really nice,
Yeah. The first time you try it, you'll notice like, okay, this is different than regular cow's yogurt.
mhm.
And
I
another
really
thing
like
with
it.
when you make a dairy product into yogurt, people who have a hard time with dairy products, some of them can handle the yogurt because the fermentation chews up some of those lactose sugars.
Yeah.
The little
It's so good.
bugs.
So this one would be good for, say, somebody, like I said, with pre-diabetic to want
Right.
to lower the blood sugar.
Sugar.
If you're under a lot of stress,
Yes.
it's kind of one to help you with
Yeah.
the adrenal function.
Yeah.
And that's what we mean by adrenal function, is that when your body is under a lot of stress, chronic stress that's ongoing. So not just a bad day at work, but something that's been like a pandemic, maybe, something that's been kind of like,
I don't know what
really
you're talking about.
really getting to you. It's long-term stress, and your adrenals just don't secrete
Yeah.
is it the what are they?
Cortisol.
The cortisol, right?
Cortisol,
You
that's-
get, or is it it's too much cortisol?
It's
isn't
too
it?
much. What
Yeah.
happens is the cortisol stays elevated
Yeah.
over time, and that's where you're going to get the belly fat, because
Right.
cortisol will also drive up blood sugar and insulin levels
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
Because I've heard people say, well, I'm diabetic, but I don't eat candy. And it's like, yeah, but you're chronically stressed.
Yeah.
So your cortisol levels have been chronically elevated, which has strained your blood sugar metabolism, and that has led to prediabetes and diabetes.
Okay, so we can correct some of this stress with
This-
the proper nutrition, which
with
is
nutrition.
exactly what we're trying to do here
Yes,
today,
and
right?
yogurt, yes.
Okay, awesome. Let's drink these up, and we'll be back with smoothie number 3.
We've used maca in this recipe, but it's not recommended for pregnant women or women that are currently nursing a baby, or individuals that are using hormone therapy for breast or prostate cancer. So just eliminate that ingredient from this recipe if that's the situation for you.
All right, we are on to our final recipe here, which has a little twist to it, because this one's not exactly a smoothie. It's a smoothie bowl, which is like all kinds of trendy right now. So how do we do this one, Ria?
Okay, so this is going to be the strawberry rhubarb. Because
Oh.
it's strawberry and rhubarb
Right.
season, right?
Awesome. I
And-
love that you're using rhubarb, because you just don't hear enough ways to use it, right? Other
Yes.
than like pie.
Pie, strawberry rhubarb crisp with ice cream, whipping cream. So this is going to be in
like
a
healthy
smoothie.
version.
And I'm using frozen so that, because with the smoothie bowls we want extra thickness.
Yeah.
We don't want it to be
It's like a
drinkable.
real treat then, right?
It's like almost like ice cream in a bowl,
Cool.
So-
I'm in. Let's do it.
especially for a day like today. So we got rhubarb. I just got whole frozen strawberries. Put that in there. And then 1 cup of canned coconut milk, full fat.
Okay.
Do not fear the fat.
Yes.
We are a society that's been conditioned to fear the fat
Yeah.
because it's I could go on and on with the reasons behind it. There's many layers, but it's the right kinds of fats.
Mhm.
And full fat coconut milk is very rich in the healthy kinds of fat that actually speed up your metabolism.
They speed. Did you hear that? Speed up your metabolism.
So in the
important.
yes.
Important.
And very important, because in the
Yeah.
70s, some dairy farmers thought, let's give our cows coconut milk to fatten them up. It made the cows leaner.
Did it really?
Yes. It was like, that's not what we
We
expected.
as humans do very strange things, though, don't we? Like giving cows coconut milk is strange in and of itself.
Yes.
Thank goodness it didn't work.
It didn't work, but yeah, coconut
Okay.
oil. And then this is stevia, so because the rhubarb is very tart, it's sour.
Yeah.
And I don't want to add sugar. You could add dates if you wanted to, pitted
Mm-hmm.
dates. Don't do it with the pits. Learned that the hard way. I like stevia. This is sweet drops. I just sweet leaf. I get this at health food stores. They carry them.
You could use maybe like a maple syrup or a
Yeah.
honey or something like
Yeah,
that as a
monk
natural
fruit
source sweetener as well.
Yeah. Monk fruit is another one. So just
Monk fruit. Okay, yeah, that's.
so I just put a little bit in there. And also I like to add.
This is nice because it doesn't take up much room in your pantry.
No, I love it. I use it when I make elixirs and stuff
Yeah.
because I have to watch the insulin and blood sugar levels. And this is just some mint from my garden.
Lovely.
Mojito mint. So
Mojito mint.
some of that.
We'll make those another day.
Yeah. This is, and just some water.
Water.
Yeah. And then I can always add more if I have to. And I'm going to use the tamper again just because it's, there we go.
All right, let's mix her up.
All right, so this will make one bowl. Let me get rid of this. And then I'll decorate it. These are the toppings that I'm going to use to decorate it. So yeah, definitely you want the full fat coconut.
It
So it's
looks
like ice
yeah,
cream.
it does. It looks like ice cream.
So you got the healthy fats from the coconut milk. The mint, just because it just adds a little
A
something.
freshness to it, yeah.
So I'm just going to put some fresh local strawberries. Some fresh local strawberries. Picked this morning.
I can smell them from here. Like that's how you know they're real strawberries, right? When you can
Yes.
smell them before you even taste them.
And I'm a huge believer in supporting our local farmers. I did a post on my Instagram. Like it's just, there's so many health benefits to yourself and to the economy and to your community.
Yeah, when you buy close to home, right?
These are chia seeds. Remember in the 70s, the chia pets?
Mm-hmm.
So chia seeds, very high in omega-3 fatty acids. It's a very good fiber. So if you have digestive issues that involve constipation,
Chia.
chia pet.
I put that in my oatmeal.
You do it in your oatmeal.
Yeah.
You can do chia pudding, soak it
do.
overnight. Coconut. This is just unsweetened coconut. There we go.
Oh, you're just making this so pretty.
I try. Then we have what's called cacao nibs. So the chocolate chips that we tend to buy at the grocery store, they're very processed.
Mm-hmm.
So this is basically the raw cacao that's been fermented, and this is before it's been turned into chocolate. So these are cacao nibs. They're very high in magnesium, which is good for relaxation. We are.
So you can have this before you go to bed.
You could have the cacao
You can have
nibs.
like a
yeah.
smoothie bowl for your dinner.
Yeah.
That makes a really great dinner suggestion actually on a hot
Zinc.
summer day.
Yeah, zinc, which is good for your immune system. Zinc is also a precursor for stomach acid. So if you don't have enough zinc, you're not going to have enough stomach acid. Not have enough stomach acid, you're not going to digest the nutrients in your food properly.
Oh,
And the
okay.
magnesium is also a relaxant, is very good. We are a chronically deficient, magnesium deficient society. It's been shown in studies. And then the very last bit is bee pollen.
Bee pollen.
Yes.
Nice.
So this is from Beekeepers Naturals, which is a Canadian company. And this contains almost all the nutrients we need as a human being to thrive, is in bee pollen.
Wow.
It's very
I've
potent.
never had bee pollen before. I'm excited to try.
Antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. It shows to strengthen the capillaries, the blood vessels, which is something that when you've heard of people having complications with the pandemic, when they catch, you have to be careful what you say. their blood vessels would be the virus attacks their blood vessels. This helps support the capillaries, reduces inflammation, strengthens the immune system, lowers cholesterol, protects the liver.
But how does it taste?
It's very sweet.
Very sweet. Okay.
It's sweet because it's
All
honey.
right.
And then in 2015, they did a study out of Germany with menopausal women
Oh boy, here we go again. Yeah.
with symptoms and breast cancer patients. who were on.
Okay.
And
Very good.
2/3 of the participants reported improvement in symptoms based on their hot flashes and whatever else they had going on.
Wonderful.
And it improves blood supply to the nervous tissue, boosts your mental capacity, and your stress response. And it's sweet. Come on.
Yeah. Always comes down to that again, right? What does it taste like?
Yeah, and
There's a little sweetness in there. I think
Yeah.
I'm okay.
And there's a
I'm
lot
good.
of natural, local bee pollen. There's a lot of local apiaries that will carry bee pollen. Check your farmer's market. You will
Farmers
find,
market find. Yeah.
Yeah, and Oak Ridge Acres out on Greenfield Road,
Mhm.
they carry bee
Okay.
pollen that's from a local apiary. So,
Awesome. Wonderful.
And
okay.
this is
Let
it.
me just try this
Try.
one here.
so it's like ice cream.
You know I'm going for the part with the cacao and the bee
Yeah.
pollen there,
So-
right?
so the
and the
cacao-
strawberries.
It's very good.
Mm.
You can taste the mint.
Mm-hmm.
And the nice thing with smoothies, like you could even do, say, watermelon and strawberry with basil.
This is so good.
And then,
It really does just taste like dessert.
so, and because it feels like you're eating ice cream,
Mm-hmm.
it feels more like a meal.
It does. It's, yeah. Try to tear me away from this one.
Hmm. And the mint just gives it a little added
Mm-hmm.
depth of flavor.
That's lovely. Well, thank you so much, Ria, for sharing
welcome.
these with us. We're going to also include the information for Ria, so if you have more questions or you want some really personalized nutrition advice, definitely get in touch with Ria. She's amazing at what she does, and it's like to know that you can actually improve your health and enjoy what you eat and drink is, I'm all over that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
thank you for making the effort to do this. And yeah, like, I mean, I was convinced before, but I am super sold now. So.
Food is medicine. There's so much research coming out showing how potent food is.
Yes, I
And
100% agree. I think we can not only prevent our illness, but we can actually
Yeah.
correct and heal ourselves through nutrition
Yes.
and, you know, all of our lifestyle choices. But this is amazing. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
You're
and
welcome.
thank you guys for watching the video and just taking one more small little step to improving your well-being and health. Have a really great day.
In this recipe, don't forget to choose the full fat canned coconut milk. It contains all the really healthy fats that are good for you. To connect with Ria directly, just go to her website at www.riajenkinswellness.com, or you can email her using ria@riajenkinswellness.com. Any questions you have, she'll be really happy to help you.